They say in life, a little rain must fall. You just don't want to have too much on a short weekend getaway. Today on Great Places Seen, I may have found Virginia's thunderstorm epicenter. I'm not driving too far from Lake Anna where the trailer is stored, and I apparently didn't need to drive far to find a big summer storm. Yeah, that doesn't look good. At this point, I don't have a lot of towing experience through big storms. Well, the traffic is light, so here's to some good practice. Let's do it. That wasn't too bad. Even with some strong crosswinds, I didn't feel anything moving around. The cows didn't seem to move much either. Powhatan State Park looks to be one of Virginia's smaller parks, but one with a nice location along 2 miles of the James River. No sooner than the trailer was unhitched, another storm opened up. The weather radar shows the heaviest part is right over the park. My lightning app already shows several strikes inside the park. This is heavier and stronger and longer than what I drove through. Eventually, all storms end. There was at least enough time to get the basics set up before nightfall. Well, the storm cloud subsided, and now the sun is coming out a little bit. It's going to be a hot, humid day today, so air conditioner's on. Well, fortunately, before it really opened up last night, we got the trailer set up enough to where it was level, and then later in the rain, hooked up everything. One of my projects for today is to correct this. I have a leak in my pressure regulator, and so I'm going to have to put in a new washer in here. Because obviously, this can't continue to leak. New Camp has really made a nice wet bath, and it even has a window back here. But for obvious reasons, I usually don't put the shade down. Now I'm in a spot where there are a lot of trees behind. Oh, that's nice. I really like the fabric curtain that comes with the Tab 400. This thing dries out so fast. But one of the problems that I've found is it keeps coming off the little hooks on the rail. So what I've realized is if I put my finger behind the hooks and just push, then the curtain doesn't come off the hooks. Light colors and windows all around make this small space feel much larger, especially with that big stargazer window above the bed. One of the simple little additions is getting a pair of USB fans. They're about $10 off of Amazon, but they really work well, especially at night when you want to move air around. Just plug them in, 3 speeds, and For a trailer this size, they really move the air around quite nicely. Very comfortable. Like most trailers, this comes with an AM/FM radio. It has Bluetooth, and I play whatever I want off my phone on Bluetooth usually, but I always like to check out the radio stations in the area that I'm at. So let's see what's here. I like to check out the local TV stations too, just to see what's around. See what we can find here.
Unless you want to keep your savior in jail.
I found plenty of channels, with, of course, nothing worthwhile to watch. I think it's time for a short drive. There's the campsite as seen from space. Zooming out, Powhatan State Park is not that far west of Richmond. The working farmland in the park makes it look a world away from the city. But Costco is only a half hour away. I need to top off my air tank, tires, and pick up a few things to eat. The local road parallels I-64, but you'd never know it. It's a great, easy, scenic ride back to the trailer. Everyone must live in the city and suburbs because I hardly see anyone along here. And before you know it, I'm back in the park. Riverbend Campground has 29 sites. There are also 3 yurts, a canoe-in campground with 8 primitive sites, and a group camping area. It appears to be more of a day-use park with wildlife observation areas, picnic shelters, and a playground. And a little further down the road from the campground is one of 3 car-top boat slides. Well, this will hopefully be a good view of the river. Ooh, it's steep. And it's pretty muddy. The water was up this high. The James River originates in the Appalachian Mountains, and it flows east almost 350 miles to the Chesapeake Bay. Virginia's first colonial capitals, Jamestown and Williamsburg, are on the river, as is the current capital, Richmond. Jamestown was North America's first permanent English colony in 1607, giving the James River the nickname America's Founding River. Its native name? You guessed it, Powhatan. More menacing clouds are forming. I want to squeeze in one more stop before they open up again. This metal sculpture celebrates Chief Powhatan, who led the main political and military power in the Tidewater area when the first settlers arrived. His daughter was Pocahontas. Eagle Scouts contributed their efforts to support the park. It seems to me a little eerie when the sun is so bright against approaching dark clouds, but that tells me I have maybe a little more time to look around. This area is on the western side of the park, with a beautiful overlook of the James River. Back to the trailer. Look at this little guy. He has a damaged wing. Well, I hope you find some shelter under the trailer. I fixed my water. Look, a rainbow before the storm. Doesn't the radar image look like a giant foot? Yeah, ready to step on us. And here it comes. Wind, rain, lightning strikes in and near the park. It's really beginning to feel this park, this campground, is some kind of a magnet for the center of storms. With skies calming again, the overnight stream of clouds continued to churn. It's moving day. Time to go home. Hey, our friend is still here. A real survivor. I'll make sure not to run over him after all he's been through. Goodbye to the James River, this nice little park. It deserves another visit when storms aren't so likely. Of course, the nicest day is when it's time to leave. But the short ride north is a pleasure. Very well-maintained country roads, little traffic, beautiful views. That's interesting. There's a lot of local history here, and Mineral, Virginia has some big recent history. It was the epicenter of the 2011 magnitude 5.8 earthquake, felt in more than a dozen U.S. states and several Canadian provinces. There were no deaths and only minor injuries, but it was felt by more people than any other quake in U.S. history. All, fortunately, is calm today. The trailer is safely stored. And it's north on I-95, home to DC. Thanks for watching. and follow GPS to the next destination.